Hey, what's up guys, this is Aakansh here. We are back with another video, and in this video guys we'll be taking upon the 100 hours challenge, and I am a noob, so let's do it in difficulty easy. And as you can see, we spawned right in this plains biome, and not plains but it was more of a forest biome. Then I decided to make myself stone tools just like a normal survival world starts. And then as you can see, I broke my crafting bench and went ahead and saw this sheep, so I decided to kill this sheep, and I found a couple more sheep, so I killed all of them as I needed the wool to make a bed. And then I saw that forest fire right there in the distance. I thought it was a lava pool, but sadly it isn't. It's just a single piece of lava, but it was frustrating. But anyway, as you can see, I made my way up this cliff, and yeah, this cliff was like pretty hard to traverse, but I mean it's okay. It's 1.18 and the cliffs are cool. And but anyway, as you can see, I made my way up here, and I found this cliff to be really cool. Like, it looks different and it looks good, and almost everyone are making snowy like hill bases. But so I decided to settle in this meadow biome, and I claimed this place as mine by placing my bed and my crafting workbench, and then punched this grass out for some seeds. And after that, I decided to go right into the nearby cave, and obviously it's 1.18, so yeah, the caves are pretty scary, to be honest. Like, the cliffs are cool, but the caves are, really scary. So anyway, I just went down here, as you can see, and got shot by the skeleton, and it baffled me. But anyway, I made my way up, but then I decided to go back down, and as you can see, I started fighting the skeleton off, and obviously I have no armor, no shield, nothing. So obviously this skeleton was dominating me, and I also saw this creeper, so I had to be extra careful. But ultimately the inevitable happened, and I just died. But anyway, I just made my way back home, and this time I got my bed and placed it right here, so if I die, that I will like just respawn here and will be able to retrieve my stuff. But anyway, those skeletons and those creepers despawned in the meanwhile as I was making my way here. But yeah, that is good. But anyway, I found my very first piece of iron, and I was pretty pleased with that. And as you can see, I mined it all, and then I made myself a pickaxe. I have kept the pickaxe inside the inventory, and I made myself a shield. And then, well, after that, I saw some like oak planks hung by chains, and obviously I understood that it's a mine shaft. And then I also saw this geode, and yeah, I was pretty pleased. I need all of these calcite blocks, as I'll be using them in a build. And after that, taking some blocks out of that geode, I made my way out of this cave, and as you can see, it was very dark. But anyway, I made out my way, and as you can see that I tried crafting a spyglass, and apparently I forgot the recipe. But anyway, here we have a spyglass, and again I just looked through the spyglass. It's pretty cool, and the optify and zoom plus the spyglass, like, it's a pretty big zoom, to be very honest. But anyway, I continued smelting my copper, and then I smelted my iron so that I could make a bucket, and then eventually I could just make a small wheat farm so that I could feed myself. And then I went on mining some cobblestone, as I needed the cobblestone for my upcoming starter base. And the reason why I chose cobblestone is because a deep slate is a bit hard to get, and it is really slow to mine with a stone pickaxe. So I used cobblestone, and so let's just jump into a cheeky little time lapse of me building my starter base. Well, as you can see, that first I cleared out the ground on the top of this cliff, and then I laid out the base with the cobblestone, and then after that I built these walls with a mixture of stone bricks, stone and cobblestone. And as you can see, the outcome is pretty good. Not the outcome, well, the output is pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with this. And then as you can see, I built myself a copper roof out of exposed copper stairs, and yeah, I would say I'm pretty chuffed to bits with this build, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah. And then once the building was over, I decided to go out on a solo venture so that I could see what biomes I have around me and all. So I just started going in this direction a little bit, and a structure rendered in. So I decided to go closer to see what it is, and it's a village. I was super pleased with that, to be very honest, as I want to make an iron farm, so it would really help having a village close. And there was a cave, but Not today, not today. Someday else I'll explore that cave. And as I came into the village, I grabbed my cobblestone as I would be killing this iron golem for the iron. And I saw this rune portal. The loot was subpar, but hey, it's a fire aspect sword, so it's okay. But it's golden, but anyway, it's okay. So I punched this golem and towered up like 3 blocks, and then I just took out the golem. Once I took out the golem, I grabbed some hay because, well, it is free food, and then I stumbled upon this cave, but I decided, not today, man, not today. Today, this much adventure for today is enough. And I noticed that there was a desert beside me. Yeah, we'll explore that someday else. Well, if I use any concrete and all, I know where my sand is coming from. But anyway, I made my way back home, and I started to grow, put these crops in, like the carrots and the potatoes that I got from the village. And then I got myself to build a sheep crusher, as I would need like a better source of food, like bread won't cut through. So I got 2 sheep in and started to breed them, and I placed this like block to stop them from getting out, but I don't know what happened, my game glitched and I just came here. But anyway, then I broke this helper block right here that I had placed and bred them, and now it's time to start building the iron farm. So as you can see, I used diorite on this build, and the reason why I use diorite is because diorite is a pretty underrated block, very honestly. And diorite on its own doesn't look that good, but yeah, the polished version, I mean, it looks pretty good. Like, I wanted to brighten this space. I do not want to use the same blocks as I used in my starter base, so I used diorite. And then after that, I built a little villager holding area for the villagers that I'll be getting to breed them and all, right here. And then I got this villager from the village to follow me. And you might be asking how. The thing is that villagers pathfind towards workstations, and a barrel is a workstation. So I placed a barrel here, so the villager is pathfinding its way towards this barrel. And then I placed one more barrel in the front, and then I broke that old barrel, and the villager just pathfinded to the new one. And in that way, I got him in this area and put down a lot of beds. Similarly, I got another villager and gave them a few carrots and made them breed. But then I thought to myself that obviously, I mean, I'll have to breed more and more villagers, so I would need a better food source to feed them. So let's jump into a time lapse of me building a bigger wheat farm. First I started by breaking out the old wheat farm and getting all the dirt and the crops, and then I started layering them out in steps. And as you know, it looks pretty good. I've seen a lot of other builders and YouTubers also building in the form of steps their wheat farms, and basically the crop farms, not only the wheat farms. But after that I got these oak logs and just stripped them and put them on the side, so it gives a really good decorative look. It has got nothing to do with the functioning of the farm, but it looks pretty good. And after that I decided that it was time for me to take the villagers into the iron golem farm. So I placed some rails, and actually guys, it's a big bummer, but what actually happened is I lost some of my footage. Some footage got corrupted. So basically, I got these rails from that mine shaft, but the footage got corrupted. That's the problem. But no problem, I guess we can make do. So but these were very limited. So what I did is that I decided that I will get the villagers to a certain point, and I'll then break the old rails and get and place those rails in front, and then take the villagers from this certain area. It is much easier done than said. It is the opposite, but yeah, it is much easier done than said. So I got one of the villagers to sit in. As you can see, they weren't willing, as who wants to be scared for the rest of their life. But this guy sat in, and I pushed him, and he took a little bit of suffocation damage, but it's okay. Then once all 3 villagers were here, I decided to break all of these rails behind, and I wanted to place them in the front so that I could transport them further into the iron golem farm. So here, as you can see, I am building these rails up, and then I decided to use a minecart with furnace to push them. But what happened is they got stuck, and I thought this rail is the culprit. But no, it wasn't the culprit. Nothing happened, even though when I placed it back, and I thought this one is the culprit for once, but again it wasn't. Then I noticed that it was this block, so I removed it, and then surprise, actually they started moving. But again there was a clog, and somehow they did not stop, like they did not move ahead. But I thought that it is like maybe the fuel got over in the minecart furnace. But anyway, I decided to send them one by one, so I sent all of them together. And as you can see, that went pretty smoothly. I shouldn't have like rushed all three of them in that way, but anyway, here we have it. And then guys, I'm really sorry, but I again lost some footage, like again got corrupted. The part where I was luring in the zombie who was holding a like sword. But anyway, as you can see, after the iron farm started working, I crafted myself some iron armor, as why not? I have like butt ton of iron on me. But anyway guys, let's jump right into a small time lapse of me like building the better house for the villagers. So let's jump right in. And as you can see in this build, I layered out the base of this build using birch planks, and then I laid out some red concrete powder. And then I decided to experiment with some different colors. So I put some white concrete, on top of that I put some yellow concrete, but I did not like the outcome. So anyway, I continued using red concrete. And the reason why I'm using red concrete is because I wanted this like build to look colorful. I want to make this area colorful, like not only boring blocks like cobblestone, andesite and all. But anyway, I decided to make a weathered copper roof and converted all of like the concrete powder into concrete. So well guys, as I completed that build, I just realized that build would not be the only villager build, as that would just be the breeder, and I would need more builds like trading halls and all. Well, you see that time lapse was really short and I had to stretch it, but so I thought to myself that I should not time lapse these small builds, rather I should just build it and just show you like right now. As you can see, I built this one with red, then with the yellow, and that one with blue, and another one with some deep slate, but I ran out. So, and also I decorated this area around, lit it up with these lamp posts. As you can see, this fence post, and with this lamp, I just made a path towards everything. I did all of this off camera mainly because it is pretty tricky to time lapse this stuff, and it is pretty boring to do it in first person. I mean, on stream things are different, but not like this. And then I also interior decorated my space. Like you see, this is the storage area, and this is like kind of a utility room, and this guy just pathfinded towards this furnace. But anyway, this is more of a utility room, and this room I haven't decided the purpose of. And then this is like a staircase. This one goes down to the mining area, and it goes up towards the second level of the castle, and this is just a watchtower, I would say. And then here's my bedroom, and here in this room there will be an enchantment setup, like pretty soon. Not right now. Right now I don't have the resources, but yeah, someday there will be in the near future. And then I basically just made my path, and I also replaced these like red concrete with some glass, as I wanted to have a sneak peek into the villager population. And as you can see, I kept on breeding them as I kept on building. And here there's a rail line going. I have recorded all of this in like single person, like in the my POV basically, but whilst editing I just thought it will become too boring to show like that. So I decided against it, and it's better to just give you a tour like this. So this is what I've been basically doing, and here you can see this rail line going right to this area. And like this is not complete right now, but 100 days were up and I wasn't able to complete this trading hall. I want this to be like a villager trading, like a full on librarian hall. All librarians will be here. And then after that guys, I decided that this little hut here, earlier I bought the librarians here, but then I decided this is too small of a place to get all of the librarians. So this guy is still left to be transported, but he is selling Unbreaking 3. But anyway, so here I plan on putting all of my toolsmiths in place. And in the very first build, you can see I have my farmers. Basically you can call them my money makers. As you can see guys, the prices are really high of the trades and all. So yeah, we will have to do something. Luckily for us, actually there was a pillager raid whilst I was building that what do you call it, that wheat farm, not wheat farm but the crop farm. and I killed all the other villagers, but I trapped the raid captain in a boat, as you can see right here. Just a second. Yep, as you can see right here, here's the pillager captain. I just need to kill him and the raid will go off, and hence we will get the hero of the village advancement, and we'll get like good trades and all. And this is basically my tree farming area, and obviously the crushers, so I also build a cow one. And then back here I have this sugarcane growth area, and also this copper oxidizing area, as you can see. So I did quite a lot of progress, guys, but it was really tough to time lapse it all, to be very honest. So I guess it was better to just give you a tour like this. So yeah, guys, I guess that will do it for the video. As you know, the 100 days have already like passed, and you might think that I've done quite a little bit of work, like others do quite a ton of work. But you see, I'm not really a pro Minecrafter, and to be very honest, like doing this much also is a big achievement for me, at least for me. But anyway, we did quite a lot of work done, and that too in an unconventional way. Like generally people go caving in the first like 10 to 15 days, and then they first get suited up in armor, whereas I went all building, and rather than finding iron by caving, I decided to like get an iron farm going. So yeah, in that way this world is pretty unique, and rather than having an enchanter, I'm having books, but I will have an enchanter definitely. So yeah, guys, do let me know how did you like this video in the comment section below. And as you can see, I also built all of these paths, and currently actually I'll even build a path towards that trading hall, but once it's complete. But that, guys, I plan on doing stream in this world, and I also plan on calling a few guests in this world, like to help me out. And also yeah, that is what I plan. And so guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, then obviously you know what to do, and if you didn't, then again you know what to do. And guys, I'll be regularly live streaming from this world, at least for the time being, at least for the coming week or so. And thanks for watching. Peace out.